What advice, Steph, do you have for founders of, especially within tech, because that's what you've seen for the past sort of 10 years or so? What advice, top three bits of advice do you have for them when they're trying to scale?
Ooh. Um, I'm trying
Tough
to look
question.
how to phrase it. Um, the one of the most important skill is going to be self-reflection and self-awareness, because you are you are a founder. It's a big word, but underneath what you are really is human. And again, as a human, you want to be seen and you want to do well and you want to be accepted, and all of that, and that's messy. Being human is naturally messy. And from all we everything we said before, you are always in the spotlight. So the feeling is naturally, well, I'm always in the spotlight, I can't make any mistake. And actually, you can make mistake because you're human and you will make mistakes, so you might as well accept it. But with self-awareness, you can reflect and say, oh, I made a mistake, and then communicate and say, hey guys, I made a mistake, and this is how I'm going to fix it. And by doing that, then you show ownership, and by showing ownership, then you enable ownership in your team. That would be the first one. I think it's the biggest one, and it's one that is big enough.
I have to admit, that's probably the biggest thing that I need to improve at. It's probably self-reflection. I think once again we had this chat earlier before
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah,
the podcast,
yeah,
but like when it comes to having a company and running everything, like you don't just look at, for example, in recruitment, I don't just speak to candidates all day long.
yeah,
I'm looking at finances, I'm looking at
yeah,
spreadsheets, I'm looking at clients, I'm looking at people that I'm trying to help, I'm looking at CV reviews. It's quite a wide, broad job title,
yeah,
founder is, I think,
yeah,
as well, at the
yeah.
same time.
Especially when you're early stage.
Yes, obviously 14 months in. So you
Yeah.
don't always get time to look back and think about the stuff you've done
Mm-hmm.
last week, last month, last quarter, because you're always in the zone and you're constantly at it, and you're not really thinking about what's happened, but what's to come, I guess, as well at the same time. So I think it's challenging. I think for any founder as well.
Yeah, and I think what you just said is essential. What happens that wants to come? It's the slowing down to speed up. Sometimes you have to just leave everything, step back, and go. Okay, so where are we at, and what are the next step? So then the second point would be true to your vision, and no, don't be afraid to reframe your vision, because you might what I see a lot of the time is founders start with an idea and they push that idea to the max, and they don't quite reach the market fit that they need. But if they took the step back and say, okay, so this is not working, how can I reframe this? Is there something in my idea? And instead of going this way, we can go that way, or slightly reframe. And so it's, you have a vision, and there are many ways to that vision, many paths to that vision. So your role is to maintain the vision, and sometimes that means moving around because the path is never straight.
Wow, it's getting quite deep, isn't it, Steph? I have to admit.
Yeah, that's the best conversations.
All the memories are coming back to me now about what I've done wrong and good as well at the same time.
You never do anything wrong. You always take the next best step with the information that you have, and that's why self reflection is important, because today this is the next best step, and then you reflect on it. Oh well, it wasn't, so you can take the next best step, and you're always learning and you're always adjusting.